in Caitlin's Corner.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Caitlin and today we're doing a different type of video. I am a K-pop lover, but I'm also a K-drama lover, so I thought I would give you guys my top, I think I've got 8 favourite K-dramas. I'm going to describe a little bit about the plot and tell you my favourite things about them and why you should watch them. If you'd like to see this video for any other type of like C-dramas, BLs, let me know and let's just get started. I would just quickly like to say, if you hear any background noise, I do apologise. I have a fan on because it is very warm in here and my dog is next to me. So if you hear any huffing and puffing, it's him. Starting off at number 8, we have Love Next Door. I debated whether I should put this on the list or not because I know some people really love it and some people really hate it, and I'm kind of in the middle. I really enjoyed the first half because the two main leads, their friendship was so strong, and friends to lovers, one of my favourite tropes, which I know a lot of people don't agree with, but it is one of my favourites, and their friendship was so strong, their chemistry was amazing. When the male lead like finally realised that he was falling in love with the female lead, I feel like he just got mean. If you guys don't know the plot of Love Next Door, it's about this girl who comes back from America and she moves back into the neighbourhood that her parents live in and also her male best friend lives in, like her childhood best friend. And it just basically follows them like through what happened in America, why she came back. She never really told anybody why she came back, but it just follows like trying to figure out why she came back, will they like fall in love with each other. But I feel like when the male lead like realised he was falling in love with her, he kind of just got mean, and I don't really know how to describe it, but like he just started shutting her out. And like one of the big messages of this show is she was suffering a lot with depression, and when she was trying to reach out to him, he was giving nothing, he was ignoring her. I don't know, I didn't like the male lead very much. The actual plot was good, the casting was good, I liked both of the actors that were like the main actors that were in this. The side couple was really great. I had to be this low on my list because I did enjoy it, wasn't my favourite. Next up on my list I have Startup, which is actually one of the first K-dramas me and my best friend bonded over because we surprisingly have very different tastes in K-dramas. I love like the romance and she loves like action, all that shenanigans, but we have one thing in common, and it's that we both love Joohyuk, who plays one of the main characters in this show. This is one of the shows that I've went and rewatched. I don't rewatch a lot of K-dramas because they're so long. There's so many new ones to watch all the time, but I have went and rewatched this one multiple times. It follows Dalmi, who's trying to develop a technological app after her father dies. So her father really wanted to make this app thing and he died before he could get to do it, so she enters a competition to make this app instead, and it turns out that her sister has also entered this competition. So the whole time she's like battling against her sister, who went to live with her mum after her father died. There's a team of coders that's on Dalmi's team and Joohyuk's in there, and it basically just follows them throughout the whole process and like things that go wrong, and it's one of the best K-dramas I've ever watched. I know it's quite low down on my list, but honestly it's one that I highly recommend. I also feel like it's very good for like people who are starting out in K-dramas because it's quite easy to follow. There is also a second male lead. There's like a love triangle thing happening, and normally I hate love triangles in K-dramas or anything, but I knew for a fact that she was going to end up with Jung-hyuk's character, so the second male lead didn't really bother me that much. She was just like there. I really enjoyed this K-drama, and also there's one particular scene. Jung-hyuk's been gone for like quite a while and things are starting to go really wrong with the app. It's like been hacked or there's a virus or something, and he's like, everything's going bad, and there's a scene where Jung-hyuk like walks in, he's like taking his jacket off trying to fix it. It's one of the best K-drama scenes I've ever saw. I've replayed that scene so many times. Yeah, I highly recommend this drama if you've not watched it yet. Next on the list, I feel like is a very popular one. We have My Demon. I feel like a lot of people love this K-drama. It's so interesting. Like the plot line is, we've saw it a couple of times before. It works so well. Song Kang is obviously in it, and Song Kang, one of the best actors ever. We love him so much, and he's literally a demon. The plot of this one is, I don't remember his character's name, which is really bad, but Song Kang's character is a demon, and he makes deals with like humans in exchange for their souls after a certain period of time, and his whole job is he has to go and collect the souls after that time period is up. And one day he saves Dodohi, I think that's her name, and his powers gets transferred onto her, and the whole drama basically just follows them trying to get his powers back to him, but obviously they fall in love in the process because it's a romance. It was just so interesting. The chemistry between the two cast members, oh my god. The behind the scenes are maybe even better than the actual drama, but you could feel their chemistry through it. It was amazing. Oh my god, there's like one scene, I don't want to spoil anything, but there's one scene where like Song Kang's character's like disappearing and he like just saves her and he's like, it was so, I bawled my eyes out. It was so emotional. This one is a bit harder to follow, but it is a great watch. So if you feel like you can watch it, I think you should. Characters are amazing, plot's amazing, really interesting. Yeah. Getting into my top 5, next on the list is Extraordinary You, which is very different from K-dramas I've watched before. It follows Dano, who's a 17-year-old girl with a heart condition, and one day she realises she's actually a character in a Korean webtoon. It's so good, and she decides that she's going to take control of her own life. She's not going to let whoever's writing the webtoon control her life, and she's going to find true love. Casting Rowoon as Haru is honestly one of the best decisions whoever done the casting made. First of all, the OST in this, go and listen to it right now. It's, even if you don't watch the drama, listen to the OST, it's amazing. And I feel like it just does a really great job of depicting like first love. I'm a sucker for high school romances because I like seeing people fall in love for the first time and like how they handle that situation, and I feel like this drama does a really good job of like showing those emotions. There's also a really great plotline that Haru keeps forgetting Dano. He doesn't actually, but he keeps forgetting Dano and she has to like keep reminding him, and she's always seeking him out, and it's so good. This is also a love triangle, which again I don't really love, but it's another one where it's like you know who she's going to end up with. Like the second male lead isn't really an option, but I do like the second male lead. I don't remember who plays him, but it is great. It's just like a cute little, it's quite long, but it's just a cute little fluffy drama for if you don't want to think too much about it. Next we have Descendants of the Sun, which I feel like is an iconic K-drama. I feel like a lot of people, if they've watched K-dramas, they've definitely watched this one. Honestly, I just started watching it because of Joongki. I watched him in Vincenzo and I absolutely adored them, but Vincenzo's not like my vibe. I watched it with my sister because she's really into like the mafia stuff. But I really liked his acting, so I just went down his list of dramas he's in, and this one was my favourite. It's about is she a heart surgeon or just a normal surgeon? I think she's just like a general surgeon and a special forces officer. And a surgeon, they get stationed at the military base that Joongki's character is like stationed at. And one thing this drama does really, really well is that in such an intense situation, like it's literally a war zone. I don't remember what country they're in, but it's literally a war zone, and like there's a lot of like intense things happening. They have to perform surgery and like save people and stuff, but they still manage to incorporate like the humorous side of these two like falling in love. They like do it so well that it doesn't feel like out of place, if that makes sense. There is also a side couple in this, which they have one of the best scenes ever. I'm not going to spoil it, but I'll show you this picture. It's amazing. I really loved this drama. This was one of like the first K-dramas I watched. I think it may have been like the third or fourth K-drama I ever watched. Like, I go back to rewatch scenes of this K-drama. I don't think I've ever rewatched the whole thing, but there is particular scenes that I'll go back and rewatch because it just like makes you feel things. So I do really, really recommend this, and I just recommend anything that when Joongki's in. And then we get to number 3, which I feel like is going to be another controversial one, and we have 2521. people really hate the ending of this show, which I understand. It was a very like unsatisfying ending, but I feel like it made sense for the drama. But I'm going to tell you the plotline first and then I'll tell you why I think the ending makes sense. So this might be a little bit of a spoiler. So this drama is set during the Korean financial crisis, and we have Hido, who is a teen fencer, but during the crisis her high school team gets disbanded, and we basically follow her through her journey in becoming a part of the national team. And then we have Baek Yejin, who is Nam Joohyuk. Again, he's back. Honestly, the love I have for this man. And his family used to be really wealthy, but after the crisis happened, obviously, he takes a job being a sports reporter. So we basically follow both of them and like how their life mixed together. And this is one of the most beautiful K-dramas I've ever watched. The friendships and like the relationships in this K-drama, they feel so real. They really have a great depiction of how someone that age would feel during that time, if that makes sense. The relationship between the two main characters, it shows how much like what it feels like to be loved and to love someone else. And it's honestly one of the most beautiful things I've ever watched, which is why people don't love the ending, because spoiler alert, they don't end up together. But even though it's a bittersweet ending, I feel like it shows real life. First of all, the title is 2521. I feel like the show was meant to like show us a moment in their life. Like they met, they loved each other, they helped each other grow, but eventually they parted ways, and it wasn't meant to be forever. Like it was meant to just show us a snippet of their lifetime and like how they impacted each other. So even though the ending was like very bittersweet and unsatisfying, I think it does make sense for like the nature and the plot of the show. Obviously I wish they would have been together, but I feel like the writers done a very good job of like showing why they weren't together. So if you like K-dramas where like everything's sunshine and rainbows, maybe not this one. I think the friendships, the relationships, everything about this show, it's beautiful. Even the way it's shot is really nice. It's one of my top 3. You guys should watch it if you feel like you could watch something like that. Now, in my number 2 spot, I feel like a lot of people are going to be like, why is this not number 1? But I am among the majority of people that loved Lovely Runner. Oh, when I say the casting for this K-drama was absolute perfection. See, I'm very much a character-based person. If you have a great plot but I don't like your characters, I probably won't like the TV show that much. This one was amazing. The casting was perfect. Casting wooseok, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but casting him as Sungjae was one of the best things that they could have done. He captures like his silly little goofy moments really well. I feel like everybody knows at this point, but if you don't know the plot of this, So is partially paralysed. So she's paralysed from the waist down, and she's not doing great in life. She's thinking about unaliving herself, and then she gets a phone call from Sunjae, who's a member of the boy band Eclipse, and he basically tells her that everything's going to be okay, don't do it, it's going to be fine. So she turns into a major fan, which raise up for all the fangirls. She turns into a fan of him, and at first I thought it was going to be really confusing because there is a past and present like timeline, and like the things she does in the past change what's happening in the present. So there's like a lot of different things happening and like moving parts. But I think if you can understand the timelines, it's such a good show. The plot it's great. It's been done before, I feel like, but the characters are just, they're so memorable. Also, there's like the kiss scene in this, absolute perfection. One of the best kiss scenes that's ever happened in K-drama history so far. I don't even know how to describe how this K-drama makes me feel, which is easy because a lot of people feel the same way. Like a lot of people really love this K-drama, and I can completely see why, which is why it's in my 2nd spot. But my number 1 spot, you guys might be surprised at, but it's Family by Choice. Now, Family by Choice is actually a Korean remake of a Chinese drama, I'm pretty sure, called Go Ahead. Plot is basically, it just follows a family of like mismatched people. There's two dads and three children, but none of the children like actually related, but they all like grew up together, so they're like siblings. I mean, basically just follow them throughout their entire life. And honestly, I just started watching this because Hwang was in it, and Hwang is my favourite Korean actor ever. When I finally saw he was getting a lead role again, I really loved him in True Beauty, but I was like, we need him in a main lead. And when I found out that we were getting him in a main lead, I was very happy about it. So initially I was like very hyped for it because it was Hwang and I love that man. The actual drama really impressed me. Some people really don't like it because of the whole like sibling thing, but they're not actually related. They just like grew up together, and I feel like it's very obvious from like the high school days. What is his name in it? Sana, I think it's Sana. Sana really really loved Joohyuk. You could see that from the start, so it wasn't like weird when they actually got together, if that makes sense. But I know some people are like very iffy about the whole sibling thing. I really enjoyed it, but I might just be biased because it's Hwang and Hyop. The two leads, they just had like such a strong bond and connection that it didn't feel weird when they actually got together. And initially I did think this was going to be a love triangle because of, mainly just because of the promotion pictures and like the stuff like that. But it's actually not at all. I really like the second couple as well. I think I actually prefer the other brother. I don't remember who plays him. I think his name's like haein or something. I don't remember who plays him, but I actually really really liked him. I think I preferred him over Sana's character. Overall, it was such like a cozy family drama. Yes, there's like relationships in it and like love and falling for each other and everything, but the actual like the family unit aspect of it was very comforting in a way. So if you like dramas that have like a very strong family unit, even though it's not like your typical mother, father, children, it's really great. Also, the person that I have no idea his name, but the actor they cast as Junwon's dad, I love him. When I see him as a father in any K drama, I know it's going to be great. I think he was also the dad in Love Next Door, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, it was really great. It's my number one pick so far. I don't know if anything could beat it, honestly. If I could recommend any dramas, I would recommend Family by Choice because it was great. Now, I have a few honourable mentions that didn't make this list because they weren't like, one of them just wasn't like one of my top 8, and the other 3 aren't actually K-dramas, but I wanted to mention them. So my honourable mention for K-dramas is When the Phone Rings. Now, I didn't like love this drama, but the plot twist in this drama, I was not expecting it. I don't really want to spoil it, but the plot twist was really really good, and I did like the casting. Like the main couple had like really good chemistry, but I didn't love the plot. I would give that a watch if you guys are looking for something new to watch. It was okay, just wasn't my favourite. And then we have some dramas that are not actually K-dramas, but I just wanted to give an honourable mention because I feel like you guys might like them. The first one is actually a Thai drama, and I think the second season of it just came out. I haven't watched it yet, but it's called Enigma, and it has Win. If you know who Bright One is, like the BL couple, Win plays the main lead in this, and it's quite hard to follow because it's a lot of supernatural stuff, but I actually really enjoyed it. And also Primley, I think her name is, plays the female lead, and she's one of my favourite like female actors ever. So I really highly recommend that. And the second season just came out, and I think the second season is actually on Netflix. The first season isn't, but I watched that on YouTube. I would give that a shot if you guys were looking for something different. And then I have 2 Chinese dramas which are actually kind of connected because it's the same characters that are in both of them. That's Hidden Love and The First Frost. I actually watched The First Frost first and I really liked it, but I actually prefer Hidden Love. The Hidden Love just gave me like the feels, like it made me warm and fuzzy inside. I don't know how to describe it, but it made me feel happy. That doesn't really give you any help about what it's about, but it just made me feel good. This was the K-drama, no, the C-drama. I was kicking my feet watching it. So I do like both First Frost and Hidden Love, but if you're only going to pick one, I'd say watch Hidden Love. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you got some recommendations of shows you haven't watched yet. If there's any shows you think I should watch, I've watched quite a lot of K-dramas, but even if it's like C-dramas and stuff, I only just recently got into C-dramas, so I haven't watched too many of them. But if there's anything you guys think I would enjoy watching based off this list, leave it in the comments. I'm always open to new shows. I'm also planning on filming this video, but for BLs, because I am a BL girly at heart. So stay tuned for that. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you get notified every single time I upload. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.
Good night, baby.
I love you.